So you never heard the acronym BRT?
No.
That's shocking to me. You thought I was just, what did you think I meant?
I thought, so we were getting on for the podcast and Sean texted me BRT.
I bet everyone knows what that means before we even spoil it.
No one knows. That's what I'm saying. Nobody knows now.
I don't know. Beg to differ. But you thought they were saying what? Like just it's a typo or something?
Yeah, I thought it was just, I thought you were saying bro and you were very upset.
Oh, yeah. Nope. So it's be right there. We were texting like get to meet up for the recording and everything. And I was on my way. It said BRT. And he's like, what's going on? I was like, I just told you. I'll be right there.
Yeah, because like the way we do the podcast, like he had to let me in the room and then he was just gone. Yeah, and eventually he said, be right back. But he said BRT. And I was like, what is that? Bro, I'm here. Like I'm in the room.
Yeah. I'm a gracious host. I like to let you in, even if I'm not ready to fully host yet.
Oh my gosh.
But we got some good stuff to talk about. Yeah. You excited?
Oh yeah. I'm very excited. Yeah. I'm pumped. I'm pumped even.
Yeah. Pumped. Well, let's get into it. It's going to be fun.
NFL Week 3 coming up. We've got some best bets to give you. We're going to go over the best of the rest, and we're going to actually get to some F1 news, even though qualifying's underway and the race is too dang early on Sunday.
Welcome to Wit and Grit, where Ian and Sean break down sports betting, pop culture, or whatever's on their minds. The Wit and Grit Podcast.
The Wit and Grit Podcast includes gambling-related discussion, opinions, and advice intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. We, myself, Ian Price in Virginia, and Sean Dizer in North Carolina, are not attorneys, financial advisors, or licensed bookmakers. Nothing said on this podcast should be taken as professional or legal advice. Listeners are solely responsible for their own gambling decisions. Always gamble legally and responsibly. We're not liable for any losses, decisions, or actions taken based on the content of this show. Need help? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Only gamble what you can afford to lose.
Speaking of losing, did you watch the game last night?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I did. I actually missed a lot of the game, but you and me were keeping up on it about it.
Yeah.
You have any thoughts?
Yeah, I guess so, man. It was another loss for the Dolphins. They fall to 0-3 against Buffalo. They did actually play their best game of the season, which wasn't really difficult to achieve, to be honest.
It's been a bad season.
Yeah, exactly. But, they lost by 7. I think the spread when the game kicked off was 12.5, if I'm not mistaken. So, they at least covered that. But it all fell apart on the last drive to a Tua interception. And it's just, I think I am ready to say I'm done with Tua. He's not the same quarterback. I don't know if it's the multiple concussions or if it's still left over from the hip injury even, because he's not the same mobility-wise as he was in Alabama either. So I think he has pretty much convinced me that he's not the guy. And, it's year 6. Like I can't make any more excuses. So I think that's what I learned last night is that I'm over Tua.
You're done with it. So now if Tua can kind of save his career, you're just going to be happy with the rest of them.
Yeah, I guess so. If he can turn it around, great. Obviously, I want the team, this team's starting quarterback to be awesome, but I don't see it. So if at this point, if they were to make the decision to let Quinn Ewers get some more playing time or whatever, it wouldn't really bother me. Whereas before, I probably would have thought that was a little more ridiculous.
I think that Quinn Ewers was a very good pick, but I think the way Miami is going, he's not going to get a chance either.
You don't think so?
I mean, if they fire the coach and or the GM, they're cleaning house. They're not going to go with the guy, they're going to draft high and they're going to tank like they did to get Tua.
Yeah, I don't know that you can really pin a whole lot of last night on coaching on McDaniel, I think you can point to Tua and you can, unfortunately, Zach Sealer on that last defensive drive when he ran into the punter. I know you weren't watching the game, but a huge play in the game was Dolphins defense had gotten a stop late in the fourth quarter. They were going to get the ball back tied up with not a whole lot of time left. And then Zach Sealer got running into the kicker, roughing the kicker for automatic first down, extended the drive. They go down and score a touchdown. It's a totally different game. So, yeah. But They weren't, it didn't seem like it was McDaniel's fault. But anyway, like I said, they fall to 0-3, got Monday night against the Jets coming up. Then I think a game against the Panthers. So a chance to maybe right the ship, but it seems like it's all lost for them this season. And the Bills still look really good. The defense is a little sus, but the Bills still look to be one of the best teams in the NFL.
Yeah, but it's still September.
It is. But anyway.
If September was really important, Sam Darnold would have had more playoff wins as a Viking, right?
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So let's get to the games that haven't happened, because my opinion is, since I didn't watch, the Dolphins do fit a trend. They fit a trend of covering against the spread in week 3 after not covering the first 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. And we have a couple more teams that'll match that as we come up.
That's right. Starting off with what? We got Eagles and Rams.
We start at the top. Some shows make you wait till the end and they work to their best bets. They keep you waiting. We don't care. Eagles. E-A-G-L-E-S. Eagles. This is where you see the biggest advantage. The Eagles line should control the line of scrimmage. Rams defensive line depth is dinged and lighter than recent years, making it hard to dent Philly's run-pass balance.
Yeah, I'd go Birds in this one. I think they got this with relative ease, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be.
But the Eagles are just going to be, I think the mismatches are there, and the Eagles are just really good.
Yeah, Eagles can squeeze Stafford's launch points and force a longer down distance. Rams protection good schematically, but less so in pure man pass protection. And we got some more stats for you because you love them.
Love stats.
Hurts at home is a favorite, 27-3 straight up. 17-0 straight up when facing a team greater than 500 at home as a fave under Sirianni. Sirianni's 27-2 straight up, 19-8-2 against the spread when his team gets a 7+ lead at any point as a home favorite. So the stats are saying that essentially if the Eagles can get up, they're not going to lose.
Right. And it's likely that they will get up.
Exactly.
They often win as a home favorite.
Bingo.
Yep.
Bingo, bango. And that's the only thing to sweat here is the 3.5. You really hope the Rams don't come back, and lose by a field goal.
Yeah, but I think I like this one. I would sign off on this one.
For sure. And I think this is going to be probably I might do 2 whole units on it, but probably a unit and a half.
Okay.
At least a unit, but maybe a unit and a half just because it's the best one. But I don't feel as confident in it, but the numbers are saying that's our best one. Sure. Our second best bet is the Chiefs -6.5 at the Giants. That's right. We are going square. We are, Joe Public, we're backing the Chiefs to beat a bad team. A couple of years ago, this would have been a trap, obviously. I've heard a couple of podcasts talking about this already. Essentially, just numbers are not the same with the heavy favorites in the last couple of years. And we just need to look at the Chiefs and go, when does it stop?
Right. Yeah. I'm interested in this game. I don't think the Giants are going to, I don't know. I think they could put up a fight. I really do. Chiefs are looking a little sus this year. And the Giants, I don't know. If you get like a vintage Russell Wilson game, this could be fun.
Night game Giants, 2-19 straight up in night games since 2019. Is this game at night?
It's Sunday Night Football.
Bingo. So that's not great.
Right.
Andy Reid, week 3-4 adjustment window. Kansas City, 9-3 against the spread in week 3. 16-7-1 against the spread in weeks 3-4 under Andy Reid in general. How do you feel about that one?
Not really sure what to make of that one.
Okay, I'll keep going.
Yeah.
I got more.
Yeah.
Road favorites surge. Road favorites are 90-32 straight up since the start of last season. 10-2 straight up this year. Home field don't mean nothing.
Yeah. That one makes sense. Road favorites, actually doing what they need to do. You don't get favored on the road unless you're, considered to be a good deal better, I think.
Here's the one-liner. Horrific Giants night game profile meets Andy Reid's week 3 adjustment machine. Kansas City pressure versus New York Giants protection is the matchup. They're just not going to be able to keep Russell safe.
Right.
I swear, I think I like that one better. But I was going to run an idea by you before the podcast, so now I'm going to just do it live.
Sweet.
When we do our money line parlays, let's do 2 legs for each of us. But since you're usually more square and I'm usually more ugly dogs, how about I do 2 underdogs, you do 2 favorites?
Okay.
If we can find a team we meet in the middle on the money line, we could turn it into a whole round robin.
All right, we can see about that.
So can you keep a note as we go? Because I feel like the Chiefs are one to look at.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've got a team written down for myself, but I'll write down them for you.
Thank you. Speaking of money lines, like such a good segue. Look at that. Oh, these guys are pros. How do they do this? Colts money line at the Titans. Why don't we like the spread? A lot of people want to take the spread. Well, it's a divisional game, and we just feel like the Colts are going to win this one. But if you saw how they ruined everything last week with interference against the Broncos, interference? What is that, dude? What is that? You got to be kidding me. But the Broncos should have been like 60 yards. They should have just stood back and did jumping jacks.
Yeah.
Like there's zeros on the clock. They shouldn't have even tried to block it. So a little overzealous. Back to my point. We don't trust the Colts to win by a lot. We trust them to accidentally beat the terrible Titans as the Titans try to figure out how to be a football team.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the Colts in this spot.
All right. Well, if you want me to convince you, I will.
Try it.
Titans have lost 9 straight against the spread at home, longest since their own streak in 2013.
Yikes.
Colts are on a 4-game straight up against the spread streak versus Tennessee across the last 2 seasons. And Shane Steichen early season edge, Indy 17-8 against the spread in September, November under Steichen. Steep drop later in the year, but we're still in the sweet spot.
Yep, this is when the Colts play good football.
I mean, we've just got more. Here's the one-liner. Our biggest trench mismatch of the week, Colts rush and discipline versus a Titans line that's springing leaks and piling flags.
Yep.
Take the money line.
Yep. Agreed.
All right, well, I'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to let my dog in.
No, okay.
Fill the time, Sean.
All right. Next up, we are going to talk about Ian's favorite team, the Broncos. So how about I skip that one? Because I know he's going to want to talk a lot about that one. He has something down here about the Packers versus the Browns. Packers -7. Confidence in that is midway. Trenches, Green Bay defensive line is a little bit better than the Cleveland pass protection. So edge there. But I really like the Packers to cover that one in a huge way. I don't think they're going to have a big problem. I think they're going to win by double digits. So we'll talk more about that one. But Ian, I didn't want to steal your thunder on your Broncos, so I just skipped and went straight to the Packers. Can't hear you.
Probably helps if I unmute. I don't even like that one. That's a lean for a reason.
Yeah. No.
Like the numbers kind of say Packers, but I just don't know. I feel like the Browns can cover that number.
No, I don't think so. I literally just got done saying the opposite.
Well, they would have covered it against the Ravens because they had got pressure all the time, but Lamar Jackson exists. Jordan Love is not Lamar Jackson. The Packers have an injured offensive line, and Myles Garrett is a man, a full-grown man with help. The defensive line of the Browns is the strength.
Yeah,
that's
Packers
an avoid
just
game.
Look like they might be one of the best 3 teams in the NFL.
Boo! Boo! Recency bias! Boo! Who did they beat? Who did they beat?
What I've seen so far the Detroit Lions.
Oh, they suck.
Handily? They don't suck.
They suck, though.
They don't suck.
They lost both their coordinators, and who did they beat up? The Bears again? Oh, we're all so impressed. You took out the Bears. It's like when the Colts beat the Titans. It's like, calm down on Indiana Jones. It's still the Titans.
Indiana Jones is crazy.
I'm just saying, if you want to bet the Packers, keep it away from me. Bad juju.
Okay.
Broncos plus 2.5. Broncos plus 2.5. Thank you for waiting.
Yep.
Outside of the numbers, we have an important human reason. The Chargers went to Brazil in week 1, and then they had to play at 10 p.m. on a doubleheader Monday night for week 2. Both of those games were division games. This is their 3rd division game in a row that they've had to prep for, which are all very important.
Right.
The Broncos have had it kind of easy, coming off a Colts upset, and they fall into the stat we were talking about with the Dolphins, which did cover the spread. Teams that didn't cover the spread in weeks 1 and 2, in week 3, 80%. So the Broncos fall in that rule. You get 2.5 points. I saw some 3s out there when I bet it, but I bet the 2.5 on a plus number. I got it at plus 100. So I said, why not? It's like, do I want to get my money back if it ends on 3, or do I want to just lose?
Yeah. It should be a good game. Broncos are a good team. Harbaugh's a good coach. It's a close line for a reason.
Yeah, but teams that start 3 straight division games are 1-6 against the spread in that 3rd game. Back-to-back primetime hangover off consecutive night games. Teams are 1-7 against the spread. Next out since 2023. Sean Payton's timing. Yeah, all of those are the Chargers.
Yep.
Sean Payton is awful in weeks 1 through 2 against the spread historically, but games 3 and 4 under Sean Payton, teams are 24-9-1 against the spread combined. Week 3 specifically, 12-5 against the spread. So, back-to-back road early year system matches with Denver. That has a 67% against the spread hit rate. And the public are leaning on the Chargers more often. So if you were trying to come up with a divider, there it is. Here's our one-liner before you give me your final reaction. Numbers hate the Chargers spot. 3rd straight division game, prime time hangover, and a neutered pass rush. Denver is a live dog because Mac's on IR.
Yeah, I like Denver in this spot. That's all those numbers that support that pick are really convincing, especially that primetime hangover.
The primetime hangover, it's in the Brazil travel. It's like those are things we understand because we're human. We've been tired from doing those things.
Yeah.
And the Broncos are pissed that a penalty they didn't even consider took away their chance to be 2-0. And now they've got a division opponent to take on.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm backing them 2.5, and they're a live dog for sure.
Gotcha. Glad I waited on you for that one.
Right? You would have had a different take.
I think I'm still looking Denver.
I want to love the Seahawks here, but it seems too easy. But if you're doing a survivor pool, it would be hard to not pick the Seahawks over the Saints.
Yeah.
Here's the only stat you need. I don't think Spencer Rattler has won a game.
That's not good. You typically need to win games.
I don't know how you keep a job in the NFL, but I'm going to guess it's not by not winning. I think you should win.
It doesn't seem helpful.
So we're going at. So let's put a wrap on the my best bets, and then let's move on to the best of the rest.
Cool.
Eagles and Chiefs are my 2 heaviest. I'm putting at least a unit on both of those. I've got more than a unit on the Broncos, but that's because of my personal bias. I'm going to go ahead and recommend a unit there. And the Colts money line, I don't really recommend betting, but if you're looking for a 3rd leg to tie into something else, I think Colts money line is your safest way to kind of sweeten some deals. As long as it correlates.
Yep. I like this. These all sound good to me. Like I said, I kind of like the Packers rather to cover as well, but I think
it just feels like it just feels like the Packers will win this game, but I feel like they might win by a field goal.
We'll see.
All right, let's get to the rest of the games. Let me go to the reports. Beep, boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, we got Bengals and Vikings.
All right, hold on. Let me load that one.
Nothing super interesting there, honestly, with Joe Burrow going down.
I mean, is Carson Wentz playing? Is it Carson Wentz versus what is his name? Browning?
Jake Browning? I don't know if Wentz is playing or not, but it is Jake Browning, that's for sure. I think Wentz is playing.
Carson Wentz to make NFL history with unprecedented starting streak.
Yep.
Yay.
So that game, I don't know. That game doesn't grip me too much.
Big money's on the Bengals.
Okay. Yeah.
Sharp actions on the Vikings. More bets, yeah. So I mean, it's kind of divided. I agree with you. It feels like stay away soup.
Yeah. And then we take a look at Texans Jags, another kind of whatever sort of matchup.
No,
game.
but this one's lighting it up, and I got to tell you, I'm on the Texans.
Okay.
0-2 to start the year, right?
Yep.
Well, let's see. They're the week 3 dogs I was telling you about. They qualify for that along with the Broncos because they haven't won any of the games, right? So they haven't covered. Big money's on the Texans. A model projection has the Texans winning. Top experts seem to be picking them, and PRO systems on the dogs. So I'm back in the Texans here. It's not like a best bet that I'm giving out, but if I need to throw something into a round robin, like when I'm looking at my dog parlay, Texans, Broncos, 2 division games is super sticky looking, but that might be the move.
Yeah. Also got Raiders, Commanders. No Jaden Daniels, I believe.
Which means sharp action, big money, even a system play, all on the Raiders. Let's see what the system play is. It's bet against public after bad game, which has a 60% win rate and a 16% ROI on its lifetime.
No, all right.
But
if I'm not just staying away from too.
Exactly.
Yeah. Then we take a look at the Falcons and the Panthers, another divisional matchup.
I would take the Panthers against the spread here if I could.
It's a home game for Carolina, so could be on.
If you can get the 6, I would really be interested in the Panthers. They covered for me last week. If we keep it quiet, shh.
I won't say a word.
Don't tell anybody, but if the Panthers keep covering, we can win money. But when people notice, they're going to get scared.
Yeah.
And they're going to stop covering.
Yeah.
Carolina Panthers are like a groundhog.
Moving on to the Steelers and the Patriots.
Oh, Patriots was going to be one of my bets, but it didn't quite qualify because they're just so terrible. Both of these teams, this is going to be kind of ugly. I'm assuming that the Aaron Rodgers team will find a way to win.
Right. That makes sense.
But that's just, I got nothing for you. Why?
I really like this next one. Jets at Buccaneers. Jets without Justin Fields. Tyrod Taylor stepping in. Baker Mayfield just makes every single game he plays an exciting. So that's why I say I'm excited for that one. I'm going to take the Bucs that one, at least money line.
There's a system play on the Jets. It's early season winless team. 18% ROI, 61% win rate. But sharp action and big money are on the Bucs. So the sharps are on the Bucs. You're on the sharp side there.
Yep.
I think Tyrod Taylor has a better chance at this than Justin Fields did. I'll say that.
I think I disagree with you there. I think there's a reason he's just a backup everywhere he goes, and you never really hear much about him when he does step in. So.
Yes, you do. He lost his job to Justin Herbert because they stabbed him in the lung. He didn't lose the job. They stabbed his lung.
I think Justin Herbert was always going to take that over. I think that was the play.
Always. At one point, but Tyrod was going to start.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert is Mr. 500 through several years. Don't tell me he was ready. He wasn't ready.
He wasn't
the doctor
ready.
took this man's job, and he could take Justin Fields' job, which would be so funny because Justin Fields chose, I don't want to compete. I want to go to a team that's going to name me the starter. So he goes right to the Jets, signs first, and sets in all of the monopoly of the quarterback carousel. But I digress. I don't know. The shame. Tyrod Taylor, he's coming for you. You know what? This is a good segue to something else, though, while we're talking about Tyrod.
Okay.
Let's go to Virginia Tech cut a $400,000 check to Old Dominion University to play in Blacksburg and lost.
Yep.
Ready for this? All 3 of ODU's Power 5 upsets have come versus Virginia Tech. Absolute rent-free residence in their heads. Why? How do you lose to Old Dominion, Brent Pry? What are you? He came in and he was like, We got a lot of new coaches around here. Things going to be better. They had 3 quarters versus South Carolina, then the whole dang thing fell apart, man.
Yep.
The whole thing. Vanderbilt. But then, like, Old Dominion, that should be the easy one. And it's like, you didn't just lose. They didn't even just lose. They got annihilated.
Yeah, they're not good.
Let's do one more quick hit while we're here. Chargers linebacker Dayan Henley says Coach Jim Harbaugh is a big Zen guy. Word is mid-speech, a pouch hit the floor. Harbaugh scooped it up and pocketed it like a turnover.
Wow, that's funny. I guess that's something that they could do, with relative, lack of suspicion on the sideline. So,
well, I don't think it's illegal, is it?
No, not at all. I mean, I still, but neither is smoking. Well, actually, it's inside the stadium. You can't smoke cigarettes.
Right.
So, but I don't know. Can you take us in the stadium? I don't use them, so I really have never bothered to look into stuff like that.
I don't know. I bet you could sneak them in. I
bet if you're the coach, you could probably figure something out.
How about the Cowboys and the Bears? You want to figure that out?
I really don't. That's kind of a whatever game for me. I think the Cowboys are going to take it. Yeah, Bears just haven't really shown me much. The run game really isn't there.
My name's Sean. If they ain't won, I ain't going to pick them to win ever. Because I just assume every team that hasn't won yet is going to be winless. Every team is the 16 lost Lions to you if they didn't win one of these first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Spoken like a discouraged Dolphins fan. You're done with your entire quarterback after 2 weeks. 3 weeks. You're 3 weeks in.
6 years.
6 years and 3 weeks. Sounds like you just don't know how to count a kid's age. It's like you were supposed to just switch to years by now, weirdo. I think, there's sharp action on Dallas. I agree, and I think you agreed earlier, apparently not now, that this is the kind of game the Cowboys would usually win. But, everyone believing in them doesn't really make me believe in them. So the 2 leaky defenses, nothing I want a piece of.
No. Yeah, it's not a very exciting game. Cardinals 49ers. What do you think?
Who cares?
All right.
It feels like they're rushing Brock Purdy back, and I want to believe in the Cardinals, but that's just always such a painful thing to do.
Yeah. Another division game.
Arizona's getting 75% of the money, 41% of the bets. So, yeah.
How about the last game, Monday night, Lions-Ravens?
Woof, right?
Yeah, should be fun.
Sharp actions on Baltimore.
Yep,
sharp actions on Baltimore, and the public darling is your favorite Lions. Detroit's getting 63% of the money. So do we want to be with the Sharps or do we want to be with the Squares? I think that – do we think the line – all right, so you really think the Packers are so good that the Lions didn't get worse, they just look bad against the Packers? That's like your legit thought, or you just think that the Lions were completely unprepared for the Packers that time, and maybe the next time they play it'll be closer to the usual 3 or 4 point game?
I think the Packers got a lot better. The Lions could have regressed a little bit, but I think the Packers definitely got a lot better.
Well, then you definitely would probably take the Ravens to beat them, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I don't know if I want to bet this game, honestly, because I think the Ravens might beat them.
I think the Ravens are a bit due.
I'd love for the Lions to win, but Ravens look really good.
The Ravens are really good.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both 1-1. It's the 8-15 game. I don't know if we have any stats for this. Yeah. Is this our last game?
This is the last game. Monday Night Football.
I don't have a best bet on it, but I lean Ravens money line.
Yeah, I probably would do the same. I don't think I'm going to do anything on it. I'm not going to get any action, but I think I would also lean Ravens money line.
Yeah. So is that all the games? Do we have Monday night?
That's it. No, that was Monday night.
Oh, that was Monday night. Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
So then let's talk about
want to do some
parlays. Let's do the parlays first.
Okay. Gotcha.
I like the Broncos as my dog. I'll go first. Wolf.
All right.
And
all right.
Oh man.
Then I would throw in my Colts as one of my favorites.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Well, that's good. You got to. I mean, I made it a best bet, but we can't bet it. Now, do I want to throw in the Texans and just go for the hoping this 80% thing hits both these teams? Or do I want to just try to ride one of them? The Ravens are an interesting pull there. How about Eagles, Ravens? Oh, wait, I can't do Eagles. Are you going to do the Eagles?
Yes, I am.
So you've got Eagles. I've got Broncos. You've got who else?
Colts.
Eagles, Broncos, Colts. And how about Ravens? Can I convince you to put the Ravens in there?
Probably. I don't want to pull for it, but I think it's probably what's going to happen. So yeah,
that's how you're supposed to do betting.
It feels weird.
Yeah, you don't. And I know I'm betting on the Broncos saying that.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. So it's like it comes across a little hollow. All right, so Eagles, Colts. We've got the Broncos. We've got the Chiefs.
Yeah, I would do that over. It's definitely more likely that the Lions beat the Ravens than the Giants beat the Chiefs.
Well, I'm just saying
Ravens are so rather Chiefs are safer is rather the point I am making.
I guess, but I mean that's 5, so we don't have to choose one.
Oh, I mean that's true.
If we want to do the round robin idea, we could do Eagles, Colts, Broncos, Ravens, Chiefs, money lines.
Yeah.
2 by 10, that would pay out plus 159 on average. Obviously, it would change based on which ones hit, right?
Yeah, sure.
So, and if we wanted to just do the 2 parlays, we're saying put the Eagles and the Colts together and then put the Broncos and the Chiefs together and avoid the Ravens. So I'm saying AFC West, the Chiefs and the Broncos get right. You're saying fly Eagles, fly, and Colts, which backs my best bets, which means I have to listen to you.
Yeah, right.
All right.
So
which one of those you want to bet first? Let's see. Let's do yours.
Yeah.
All right. I'm getting Eagles, Colts put together because they're favorites plus 128. Do we want to tie all 4 of these together and test our luck, or is that too much?
4 excluding the Ravens?
Yeah.
I might be interested in that.
We definitely want to put a lot less on it because it's a long shot, but let's have some giggles. Plus 614 if all 4 of them hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not terrible.
No.
All right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the 4-legger. I'm going to do 1/3 of a unit.
Okay.
So not a lot of money.
Yep. Smart.
And if you want to see how we bet the other parlays, or if I do, how I might do them, follow me on Pickett at All In with Ian, which is the name of my F1 show that is on sports radio as we're switching now to our international segment. All In with Ian. You can hear it on WPLY and WPLI in the Roanoke and Lynchburg, Virginia market. You can also listen on sportsradiova.com, 8 a.m. sharp till 8:30. And it's going to be a weird one this week because the race will already be on. The race is on at 7. So I'm not really giving out any bets for it because I won't be able to do them. I apologize. I didn't mean to let you down. I don't control Azerbaijan. Okay, it's not my job. Okay, so this weekend at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, McLaren has a chance to lock up the 2025 Constructors Championship with 7 races still to go. It would be the earliest title clinch in F1 history in terms of races remaining.
So what does that look like? What's the exact math there? What do they need to do?
McLaren currently at 617 points. Ferrari sits second at 280. Mercedes is third at 260. And Red Bull, almost entirely Verstappen's points, is at 239.
No, they're not Yuki.
Exactly not Yuki. So if McLaren finishes 1-2 in Baku, they take the title on the spot. But even a win plus a 3rd place would be enough.
Okay.
So They just need to outscore Ferrari by 9 points and not lose more than 11 to Mercedes or 32 to Red Bull. And since McLaren already has 12 wins, no one can beat them on countback.
Okay, so I mean that's not just dominance. This is kind of symbolic, right?
Yeah, it was at Baku last year that Oscar Piastri got his second career win, and McLaren passed Red Bull in the standings. This track basically marks the start of their rise, and now they can seal the title here a year later.
That's pretty exciting. That's cool stuff. I love when storylines like that kind of naturally go full circle.
Right? And it's like it doesn't even need to be forced. There's no refs calling interference or anything.
Right. Salty. So what does that look like, though? A quick question before we kind of continue the conversation. Let's say they do lock it up. Like, you still race, right? You don't race.
There's no driver's champion yet.
Okay, so there's still very much reason. Okay, got it. That's true. Cool.
It's just the teams.
There was
and let's be honest.
Let's
be honest. The teams had very little hope of getting to first place at this point.
Right.
McLaren doubled on so many podiums so far. It's crazy.
Yeah,
they've run out of people to send up to take a bow.
Orange. Leaderboard stays orange.
But remember, like millions upon millions of dollars for finishing second, third, fourth, fifth. There's still lots for the other teams to compete for. So it doesn't end the action. It just kind of takes out a little bit of like the,
Yeah, and it doesn't make sense to like hold back, racers and cars due to like risk of damage or injury or whatever, right? Like that's kind of where my mind was like, hey, maybe worth even asking the question, but it's not quite
and next year they're changing almost a lot, like not all, but a ton of the rules are changing next year, like the aerodynamics, the DRS, all that. So there's nothing to save on these cars. Run them.
Right, but it's not quite like the NFL or something, where the Bills lock up home field advantage and they've got 2 weeks remaining, and so then Josh Allen gets a nice little break.
No, it's the opposite because Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris are competing against each other mostly. Max Verstappen's up there, but it's like those two, once they lock up the constructors title, it actually could, and I'm speculating now, that could open the door for some nasty team-on-team violence. Because it's like if you have to accidentally wreck Lando, it's not like they're going to get mad at you. You already won the team title.
That's true.
You have to be cheeky about it. You have to make sure you sound like it was an accident. But when you've got a title and he doesn't.
Yep.
Can you tell I'm pulling for Oscar? Is it becoming obvious? So. If they do it this weekend, it becomes the earliest title clinch ever by number of races remaining, beating Red Bull's 2023 record, which was 6 events to go. The only other seasons where the title ended this early, 1988 McLaren, 2004 Ferrari.
Oh, okay.
Schumacher's double crown was in 2004. And 1988 was Senna Prost, Belgian GP in August. So,
okay. So yeah, McLaren? this would be a new mark kind of for calendar control.
McLaren would hold the record. Yeah, earliest date, August 28th, 1988 would be the new mark on the calendar.
Been done, kind of sustained over a field that had multiple chances to push them. When you look at Red Bull, Ferrari, Mercedes, who are all still alive, but nobody's really close.
Exactly. I mean, it's McLaren's to win, whether they do it in history. Like if they go down in history and do it this race, or if they just do it in the next 2 races, it's not, money spends the same.
That's right.
While we're on F1 politics, Sean.
Yeah. What's going on with that Canadian Grand Prix? Was there drama with the Indy 500?
You love talking about this when we brought it up. I knew I had to bring it back up now that it's in the news again.
Yep.
Scheduling war story for 2026. F1 moved the Canadian Grand Prix from June to May 24th, the same date as the Indy 500. That raised a huge red flag. Indy started at 12:45 p.m. Eastern time this year, while F1 went green at 2 p.m. Eastern.
So fans had to choose. Yeah.
Big backlash. Fans, drivers, even Scott McLaughlin tweeted about it, calling it Motorsport Xmas ruined. So F1 and the Canadian Grand Prix promoters had talks with the Indy 500 organizers, and they agreed to push back Canada's start to 4 p.m. Eastern in 2026.
Well done. Get a whole 3-hour window to finish the 500 before lights out in Montreal. That's it's exactly what we were talking about, man. It was not going to be good. It was going to cannibalize viewership for both events. And I think F1 would have edged out Indy 500, and they don't want that.
Exactly. And what we talked about is like, why is Canada not at 4 anyway?
Yeah.
It's
That's
over
kind of
here.
funny. That is a conversation that we did have, weeks ago, and now it's kind of come to fruition.
We know what we're talking about, man.
Exactly. Sometimes.
So some other F1 start time adjustments. The Las Vegas Grand Prix start moved up to 8 p.m. Pacific. It was at 10 p.m. Pacific time. Austin, okay. USGP, the new start time is 3 p.m. Central. And then Canada now at 4 p.m. So Monaco still leads off Memorial Day triple header at 10 a.m., followed by Indy 500 and Coca-Cola 600.
That's going to be a fun race day.
That it always is. That's what we want right there.
Yep. That's excellent. That is excellent.
So if McLaren takes care of business in Baku, we're looking at title and then all but wrapped. Then far ahead and off track, F1 finally learned to not pick a fight with IndyCar on Memorial Day.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So is that a wrap on F1? Are we get ready to go to like a couple of social things?
We did the social. Yeah. I did them in the middle. I already did them. They were Virginia Tech and everything like that. Okay. Gotcha. I thought you said you had some more for me. Gotcha. Okay. Well, sweet. What else do you have? Well, that's it. I just have to tell you that you need to listen to All In with Ian live Sunday mornings at 8 a.m. Eastern time on sportsradiova.com, or if you're local, 101.1 FM in Roanoke, 107.5 FM in Lynchburg. Tune into Wit and Grit. We're here live every Friday afternoon, breaking it down for you as you get ready to start your weekend and get loose. We don't want you to miss out on any of the facts you need to try to remember on Sunday when you accidentally make impulsive bets, which we told you not to do. Gamble responsibly.
Right. I don't know who would ever make an impulsive bet.
You. I yell at you all the time about this.
Real quick note, it is not a good thing to do, but I did make a late night college parlay on Friday night of last week at like 1:30 in the morning when whatever game was still on, and it hit. So do as I say, not as I do. It's not a good idea, but
blind squirrels and nuts. Blind squirrels and nuts.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So those are three best bets. 3 best bets are 4-leg parlay that we feel confident in, and possibly more. We'll see. Enjoy NFL Sunday. Enjoy Azerbaijan. Maybe I'll see you at Old Salem. Peace.
Sounds good. See you guys. Have a good weekend.